This man has to tie up his hands every night just to fall asleep, because once he dozes off, he mysteriously appears in other people's beds. Every time, the woman screams in terror, though her husband has long gotten used to it. Even stranger, the man can make dropped objects float midair. At first, he thought he was hallucinating, but on his way to the hospital for a checkup, someone suddenly tapped him on the shoulder from behind, and in an instant, the two of them were transported to a completely different place. This left the man even more stunned, especially since the stranger seemed to know everything that had been happening to him. Though it was hard to believe, the man agreed to follow him to a secret facility, in hopes of uncovering the truth. To ease his doubts, the stranger came right out with it. The man had just awakened his teleportation ability. He was an awakened superhuman, but he hadn't yet learned to control it. Apparently, 1 in 10,000 humans has a chance to awaken a superpower during adolescence, and the facility he was brought to was a sanctuary built specifically for people like him. However, all superhumans share one weakness. If they use their powers to endanger human life, they experience intense, debilitating brain pain. A company, led by a ruthless boss, has been exploiting this weakness to hunt and capture superhumans. That's why the awakened must hide in the underground shelter. But the man refused to be part of all this. The next day, he went back to school as usual. While on a date with his girlfriend, a thug suddenly came up and started provoking him. Furious, the man unleashed a surge of power, blasting the thug away with a shockwave. But just as he tried to use his ability again, a splitting headache knocked him unconscious. When he woke up, he was hit with a notice of expulsion from the school. To make matters worse, the company boss had also found out he was an awakened one. While walking home, he was ambushed by the boss's men and dragged into a sealed room designed to block superpowers. At the critical moment, people from the sanctuary arrived to rescue him. The man, growing increasingly unstable, suddenly broke free and teleported out of the room. As the group tried to escape, they were confronted by the armed boss. But in that dire moment, the man raised his hand, and time itself froze. Seeing the opportunity, his allies used their teleportation powers, vanishing in the blink of an eye. Back at the sanctuary, the man finally understood. His power had surpassed all other awakened ones, and he would be the one to lead the uprising of the superhumans.